welcome back to another episode of Dentside Depot. My name's Aaron, I'm your host of the show. Thanks for joining me again. Today we have a very special truck. It's probably my best truck. It's an X36 F350 Ranger XLT Lariat, 1979. This is the creme de la creme. Of all the Dentside trucks, this is probably the best you could get. It's certainly the best you could get as far as the total MSRP on a new truck from 73 to 79. That includes crew cabs, and I will explain why when we go over the Martyr Report on this truck. Now, full story on this truck. It's a Philadelphia DSO truck. I believe that I am, well, technically the fourth owner, but the third owner did not have it very long. Also a big Dentside guy. I have had this truck for about 5 years now. It is mechanically restored and it is almost ready for paint. Now the story on this truck is it was Philadelphia DSO, sold new in New Jersey, and from what I found in the truck, I believe it was owned by a gentleman who used this truck to tow a race trailer back and forth to Wall Raceway in New Jersey, and he also used it for hunting. That's the best I could come up with. I don't know any other history on the truck. Now, this truck is a complete rebody. None of the original body panels were good, except for the front inner fenders and the radiator support. Everything else on this truck was bad. It was not good. Believe it or not, the tailgate was the best part of the truck. Not in good shape at all. So the cab is from Arizona. The hood is from Arizona. The bed is from California. And there is no rust on this truck anywhere. The doors are from Washington State. Complete rebody. There is not a single drip, drop, or any type of rust on this truck whatsoever. Original floor pans all around. Now you can see from what I'm doing with the dash, it's going to be medium blue glow metallic. That's a 1 year only color. It's my favorite color. This truck was brown and sand two-tone. It was not medium blue glow metallic. I wish it was, but it was not. But it is going to get a color change to medium blue glow. That's a special order color. That was one of the 2 or 3 special colors for 79. Now, what else makes an X36 special? Well, 79 was the only year for a 4x4 F350. It was also one of only 2 years that you could get a Dana 60 Kingpin front. 78 would be the Snow Fighter option, as discussed in my Junior Mint build and on that Marty report, but not F350 available in 78. 79 it was, in regular cab and Supercab only, not in crew cab. It says right in the Ford book, not available in crew cab. So if you see a crew cab with the Dana 60 front, it is not original. And there you go, Dana 60 Kingpin front. Again, 1 year only truck. When we look at the Martyr Report, I believe it's roughly 1,700 of these trucks made. Now I will also tell you I own 4 of them, and we have 6 of them in total here at Dentside Depot. This is the first one you're gonna see getting restored. I'm hoping to have this done fall of 2023, of this year. There's not much left to do on this truck. Mechanically, I need to redo the proportioning valve. I need to pull the front hubs, get them powder coated, put new rotors on. I need to pull the rear hubs, do the disc brake conversion, and adjust the brakes. The rear springs have also settled more than I would like, so I'm gonna get those heightened as well. I want it to sit a little bit higher in the back than what it is now. My goal with this truck was to find the very best Dentside, 73 through 79, and make it into a Bigfoot truck, and that's what this is going to be. You can see I have the factory roll bar there. Medium blue glow would be the factory color that is similar to the Bigfoot color. The truck I've wanted since I was a kid. Always wanted. Bucket seats out of a Bronco. I am going to do freewheeling material on them. So the freewheeling material in the middle and then the vinyl bolsters on the outside. That will happen. Now let's look at the Martyr Report and the options on this truck. I believe that this truck is in fact, if not the highest option Dentside ever built, it has to be within the top 10 for sure, and I'm going to explain why in a second. Let's check out the Martyr Report here, and I will zoom in the best I can. Okay, so starting at the top, you can see it's an X36 truck. So right off the bat, what does that mean? Well, it's a little faded, but it's one of 682. Now, there were also a few X38s. I believe there was about 60 of those. So add that to the total, and that's how many there are. Those were steak body trucks or chicken trucks, whatever you want to call them. They did not come with beds from the factory. This is a real X36 truck. So it was an actual truck, not a commercial vehicle. Okay, now, first thing that makes this truck extremely special is Ranger XLT Lariat package. That's the highest option you could get, only available in 78 and 79. So we have the highest option truck with the highest option package on it that you could get. Now from there, it's already an expensive truck, as it is. Already about in the $7,000 range for 79, which is a lot. But here's what brings it up into what I believe over $9,000, maybe even $10,000 for 1979. Probably the most expensive truck you can get. Obviously, it would automatically come with the Dana 60 front, but you can see here that it has tilt wheel. Expensive option. It has two-tone paint. Also an expensive option. Okay, even though I'm going to delete the two-tone. Other things that make it expensive. CB radio was a very expensive option in 79. I actually have two X36s that have CB radio, and then we have a third that also has it. Very expensive. Camper special. Most of the X36 trucks were either camper special or trailer special. This one's camper special. Still adds to the cost. Speed control, very expensive. Air conditioning, also very expensive. One of the most expensive options in 79. Stereo radio, very expensive. And then it also has everything else. It has all the convenience and security groups on it from the factory. It also has dual battery, super cooling radiator, midship tank, aux springs. It has everything. It has so many options they didn't even all fit on the Martyr Report. Pretty much the only option that this truck is missing is simulated leather wrap steering wheel, which I'm going to add. It is also missing the lighted flipper vanity visor, which I'm also going to add. I have a complete blue Lariat interior for this truck, including the headliner in perfect condition. And I have NOS emblems, trim, chrome, everything for this truck. It's going to get a complete NOS front end, grill shell. It's going to get all the best parts. I'm not going to pop the hood today. That's another story for another day. It's the 400. It's the factory engine, the factory transmission, and the BOM numbers on both the front and rear axles match the truck. They are correct. This truck is 100%. I don't want to say numbers matching because unless you have a Boss Mustang or something special, there are no numbers on the engine. But it's likely that this truck has all the original components on it. The engine is 40 over. It has an RV cam in it. It's topped with Edelbrock components. The only other change I'm going to make is I am going to do fender exit ceramic coated headers. That's the only other thing I'm going to do. I want to wait until I paint it because I don't want primer and paint getting all over an expensive exhaust. Skyjacker 6-inch lift all around. It runs and drives great. It just needs to be painted at this point. I have some minor body work to do. I'm not going to put the camper special tie down hooks on it, so I'm going to weld those in And I do have an NOS bedside for the other side that has the square tanks. This is a 77 bed, so it's the correct bolt width, but it has the round gas filler on the other side, and I need 2 tanks that are square. So we're gonna change that. And you can see this truck, again, has 0 rust. It also doesn't really have any dents. I think that's the worst part on the whole truck. Complete original Ford body all the way around, top to bottom. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dentside Depot. I have 3 more X36s that you will eventually see. I'll give you a sneak peek. One of them is going to get the stuff that you see over here, but that's another story for another day. And the third one is going to get that cab, and that's another story for another day as well. Please like, subscribe, check me out on Instagram, and also join my Facebook group. I specialize in lowboy Dentside content. Thank you.